to the former Health and Human Services Secretary under President Trump, Tom Price. Secretary, thank you for taking the time.
Thanks, Neil. Good to be with you again.
You know, I know in your prior capacity, I mean, that's something you try to watch for and maybe watch out for. You don't want to alarm people, but you don't want to just slough it off either. Do you think we in this country are finding the right balance?
I think we have, and I think the evidence is in the fact that there are only 60 individuals in this nation that have the disease right now. To put that into perspective, the flu infected about 20 million individuals this year, the annual flu, and 16,000 of those individuals died. So we're at a point where we know how to handle infectious diseases. I think the administration's aggressive activity early, the isolations and the quarantines have been incredibly helpful, and public health officials around this nation know what to do with infectious diseases. And I think that we may not be winning yet, but we are holding all of this at bay in the United States. You
know, Secretary, the one thing I noticed, though, and I don't think it's deliberate on anyone's part, but they're confusing a lot of folks. The various agencies involved, politicians, it happens. And I don't think, again, it's part of a strategy and a cabal to torpedo the whole thing. But you get some organizations say it's going to be a pandemic, just a matter of time. Others say not so fast. Still others are saying Americans should be very, very vigilant. Others telling us to calm down. So it's confusing, folks. And I think part of that is because we don't have a central person, presumably it's the vice president now, who maybe each and every day should be updating us on the very latest, akin to governors addressing, a hurricane.
Well, remember what we're dealing with. This is a coronavirus, yes, but it's a new and a different coronavirus. So it's different. But it's not so different because coronaviruses, they cause the common cold, they cause the MERS and the SARS epidemic over the last 20 years. So it's understandable that we would have uncertainty out there, and that's why you may feel like you're getting mixed messages. But the important take-home,
right? We are. I mean, some would say it's a pandemic, it's going to come here, and it's going to be a force to reckon with, and others who say not so much. By the way, where are you on that?
Well, the fact is that we don't know. But what we're doing right now is containing it in a way. There's an isolation that is occurring with this disease right now, and that's one of the keys to controlling infectious disease. And then you want to make certain that you're treating the individuals that have the disease in a way that allows them to get through that, detecting it in a way that makes it so that we're keeping individuals that have the disease isolated from others, and then making certain that we can prevent it in the future. And that's where the vaccine comes in play. So we're doing the kinds of things that have been done for literally 100 years in infectious disease that have allowed us as a nation to increase our life expectancy by decades, literally. Public health knows how to deal with infectious diseases, and that's what they're doing.
Democrats have criticized the president for the money that he's been looking for to address this. I'm just curious what you think. Did he lowball it, and should he have requested? Do you think it's going to be necessary to request more money?
Well, I think more money is likely necessary, and the right answer to that is we will spend the amount of money in this nation that it takes to get through this, and we will get through this. It looks like China has actually stabilized. The increasing or the number of incidents of disease has decreased. The number of individuals dying from the disease in China has decreased over the past week or so. So they've been dealing with this for about 2 months. So it looks like that's kind of the timeline that we're looking at. We'll get through this, and we'll get through it in a positive way, and we'll solve the challenge that we have. But we need to make certain that we remain vigilant, and the government will spend the amount of money that it takes to keep the American people safe.
Secretary, thank you very, very much.